Hey guys, welcome to the weekly tarot forecast for the numinous week beginning October the 20th. I'm Lindsay Mack, and the card that I've pulled for us this week is Strength. The Strength card being with us this week, moving through us this week, feels very much like it has to do with, like it's a kind of a helper energy that is aiding us in our journey in closing the gap to Libra and starting to enter Scorpio. We'll have another card that will fully lead us in next week. This is the last week where we'll be in Libra, and by the time we speak next, we'll be in Scorpio. So we've mentioned this before, I've mentioned this before, that October is really a sacred death month, and that it's very important when we're in October to really look at the areas of our life where we desire very deep change. This is very deep releasing, purging. If you've been kind of feeling the urge to beautify your space, to release things, that's kind of the convergence of Libra and Scorpio. Beautifying in Libra, balancing. This is definitely the time to kind of like reach out to a tax person, do your finances, make a doctor's appointment, whatever kind of that stuff is, so you can be in a place of balance, whatever you got going on. But the Scorpio piece is the one where you might be ready, willing to release physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, big stuff in the committed desire to make space for what you really want, for what wants to come in through you. And that's where we have strength. So strength is strength is a really divine evolutionary energy. It comes in to teach us something. So the way she'll show up, the way he'll show up is a little different for everyone. But the main kind of aligned universal theme is this. We're being asked in strength to regard with great compassion, great intuition, great alignment, to regard something that scares us, something that makes us nervous, something that makes us want to run away, to regard it not only eye to eye, face to face, but with actual gentleness, welcoming this thing that we fear as an ally and a teacher rather than as something to run away from. So for you, this might be completely like an old issue from childhood, like you're afraid that if you do this, it'll mean this. It might mean that you need to, like I said, go to the doctor. It might mean that you need to face something. It might mean all different kinds of things. This is not an energy to get your brain all whipped up. Your brain probably will get whipped up depending on what you've got going on. But that's part of the medicine of strength and why she is so important. Because the ability to face what makes us afraid, and this card holds that medicine too. The ability to be able to do the willingness. Actually, I'll correct. They just corrected me, and so I will correct myself. The willingness to regard what scares us as a friend and a teacher gentles it. It's the thing that actually transforms fear. That's why this card is so important, and that's why it'll show up a little bit, differently for everybody. Because whatever you think upon facing will break you, will come up in strength, and it will teach you there's no way. It not only won't break you, but it will completely change you and make you aware. The more you give in, the more you surrender, the more you're going to know, soul, bone, gut, all of you, that whatever we fear, whatever we're a little nervous about, is really the very thing to walk into. And by the way, you can measure this scientifically too. A really good example is contractions in childbirth. The more you give over, the more that they're going to lessen. So that's really our medicine for the week. Tune in with that, see where it takes you, and really be willing to bridge the energetic gap between Libra and Scorpio this week. It's going to be very powerful. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.